Dara, let me just kick it off with you. So we talked about the customs union, which I want to get to David on in just a second. But first of all, where are we on the Irish border?
So I think yesterday we saw a real hardening of the position from Ireland and the Irish Prime Minister. There was a lot of talk about David Davis's comments on the customs union, and the Prime Minister said, well, David Davis says a lot of different things on a lot of different days, suggesting an element of frustration is creeping into the Irish position, our view of the UK. But what we're seeing now is that Ireland wants something concrete in June. They're not happy to let things drift on until the withdrawal agreement in October. We want a deal or sufficient and substantial progress on the border, the Brexit border issue by June. So once again, we're racing towards a high-stakes game coming up within 2 months or so.
David Merritt, what's more of a headache for the government right now? Is it the Irish border or the customs union?
Well, you know, headaches are the nature of these negotiations, aren't they? So I think they're intrinsically linked, these two issues, of course, because the customs union is supposedly one of the solutions that could really unlock that problem. I think for Theresa May, this customs union problem has been really building up over the last couple of months. We saw it really kick off this when Labour changed their stance. They came off the fence and said they were going to support a customs union. That was their chance to start to drive a wedge in the government. We're seeing that really accelerate, and this is going to be the big fight over the early part of the summer. You seeing that those secret talks last night that we reported on, that is a sign of how worried the very Brexit wing of her party is getting, that this huge plank of her policy to pull Britain out of the customs union, take back control of trade negotiations, that is going to be rubbed out. But the pressure's coming at the government from all sides, not only on the Irish side, but the Europeans as well. Europe would very much like to see a customs union. It's better for companies trading with Britain across the continent as well. The question is, can Mrs May hold her red line on this? As yet, we do not know. We're going to have another cabinet meeting of the core war cabinet, the Brexit war cabinet, next week. Apparently, this is on the agenda then. So will she continue to hold the line when really increasingly it's becoming clear that the numbers in Parliament do not support her strategy?